This is Sharma Solution Class 12 Chapter 19. Exercises 19.2 we are taking the indefinite integrals. Now we have 1 minus cos 2x divided by 1 plus cos 2x dx. We are going to use the standard results of trigonometric identities and relationships here. 1 minus cos 2x is 2 sine square theta. Denominator same thing here. 1 plus cos 2 theta will be equal to 2 cos square theta. So whichever on the left hand side, just divided by 2. 2 theta becomes theta. So we are going to use this result here. So we have 2 sine square theta in the numerator and 2 cos square theta in the denominator. So 2 gets cancelled. It is basically sine by cos whole square, that is tan square. So we have to integrate the tan square theta. But there is no standard result of tan square theta or tan square x. There is a relationship which we need to know. Tan square theta has a relationship with sec square theta. What is it? Tan square theta is equal to sec square theta minus 1. And sec square theta we have a standard result. Tan square theta or tan square x we don't have any standard result. So we are going to use this sec square theta minus 1 in place of tan square theta. So this sec square x minus 1 I am writing. Now we are ready for the integration. Integration of sec square x dx minus integration of dx. Sec square x has a direct result, final result, which is tan x, and integration of dx is x only. So tan x minus x plus c. So this is the result we were talking about. And all these have come from the trigonometric identities or relationship. So whatever we have discussed, it is in front of you. 1 minus cos theta and 1 plus cos theta are 2 sine square theta and 2 cos square theta respectively. Now this question, two questions are having the same result. You will see the right one, which is cot x divided by cosec x minus cot x, will be changed to cos x by 1 minus cos x after resolving or after simplifying it. So this cot x, it can be written as cos x by sin x. In the denominator we have cosec x. Let us take x only. This is 1 by sin x. And cot x is cos x minus sin x. Cos x by sin x. So I am writing like this. Okay. So we will get sin x in the denominator, in numerator and denominator. That is the sub-denominator in both of it. So I am writing it short. Cos by sin. 1 minus cos by sin. Sin you can cancel, you will get cos x divided by 1 minus cos x. Now you just see the first question which is given here. There are two questions actually here. And the second question will boil down to the first question after simplification. Now we need to resolve this also, because cos x by 1 minus cos x doesn't have a standard result. So cos x by 1 minus cos x will be resolved, because you will see in the later question also, we have to multiply it with the rationalization factor. Always the denominator which has a negative has to be multiplied by positive. Positive will be multiplied by negative in order to get the a square minus b square result. The numerator we get cos x plus cos square x. Denominator we have a minus b into a plus b formula. We can use this a square minus b square here. A is 1 and b is cos x. So 1 minus cos square x is sin square x, because sin square x plus cos square x is equal to 1. And this multiplication can be done, this multiplication cannot be done, the numerator I am talking about. So we have cos x plus cos square x, or you can keep it as cos x 1 plus cos x, but eventually we'll need cos x plus cos square x only. But the denominator has come down to sin square x. Now cos x plus cos square x, which was the initial numerator which I talked about, can be taken 1 by 1 with the denominator. So we have cos x by sin square x here, and now we have cos square x by sin square x here. Now we haven't started the integration as of now. We will resolve it, then we will move to integrate it. So this cos x by sin x is cot x, and this 1 by sin x can be written as cosec x. And we have this plus, again cos square x we have, so we can write it as cos x into cos x. We don't have to do it because the denominator is sin square x. Cos square x by sin square x is cot square x. And we have the standard result for it. Let us now start integrating it. We ought to have a dx always together. Cot x cosec x integration is minus cosec x. Cot square x also does not have any standard integration. So this cot square x I am doing it separately. It can be written as cosec square x minus 1, and integration of this cosec square x minus 1 will be integration of cosec square minus integration of 1. So cosec square x integration is minus cot x, integration of dx is x. Now just write it here, minus cot x minus x. this is coming from here, which we have done separately. This is your final result. So whatever we have discussed in front of you, this is the standard procedure you need to follow. All these steps needs to be written exactly what you see here along with your English sentences. That will make the solution look pretty explanatory, and it will look good also. We have certain standard result. The question has to arrive at that before the integration could start. Cos square x minus sin square x, and denominator we have under root 1 plus cos 4x. So we need to use the relationships here. Which relationship? Trigonometric relationship. What all relationship we can use here? Cos square x minus sin square x is there, and this is nothing but cos 2x. Cos square theta minus sin square theta is cos 2 theta. That we are going to employ here. What about 1 plus cos? This is cos. 1 plus cos 2 theta is simply 2 cos square theta. That is whatever theta we have on the left, it has to be divided by 2. For example, 1 plus cos theta is 2 cos square theta by 2. 1 plus cos 4 theta is 2 cos square 2 theta. So I'm just trying to land you to the actual denominator which you see here. 1 plus cos 4x can be written as I told you, whatever is in the left you have to divide it by 2 on the right. So 4x divided by 2 is 2x. 1 plus cos 4x is 2 cos square 2x. Alright? 2 cos square 2x. Cos square minus sin square is cos 2x. This is cos 2x. This is 2 cos square 2x. Now write it here. Cos square minus sin square x is cos 2x. Denominator we have under root 2 cos square 2x. Let us do it here only. So it was 2 cos square 2x. And when we take the under root, it will be under root 2 cos square 2x. You can separate them. Under root 2 into under root cos square 2x. Under root 2 will remain like that. Under root cos square x will be equal to cos x. Cos 2x, sorry. So we have cos 2x in the denominator. If you see the numerator, cos 2x is already there. So cos 2x divided by under root cos 2x will give you this result where cos 2x actually cancelled. So there is no term really remaining, only 1 by root 2, which I am taking outside the integration. Only integration of dx what we have to do. So 1 by root 2 integration of dx is x only. So x by root 2 plus c. This is your final result. Now what you see here is a simple result, but this has come from the right explanation which we did. If you are aware of the formula, this question will be very easy for you. Otherwise it will be very difficult, because getting to x by root 2 without knowing the relationship is difficult. So all these needs to be known. Now we have integration of 1 minus cos x and integration of 1 by 1 plus cos x. Both of them needs rationalization, because the next question is coming like that only. So you understand it very well. Let us resolve it, then we'll start integrating. 1 by 1 minus cos x. 1 by 1 minus cos x has to be rationalized. Rationalize means you have to multiply it by 1 plus cos x divided by 1 plus cos x. Okay? Negative will be positive, positive will be negative, and multiplication will be done. So a minus b, a plus b formula we need to form. A square minus b square is a minus b into a plus b. A is 1 here and b is cos x. So 1 minus cos square x is sin square x. Numerator is 1 plus cos x. So 1 plus cos x divided by sin square x it will be. So this sin square x, let us write it here. Now separate them out. 1 by sin square x, one thing, and cos x by sin square x, another thing. Alright. Now 1 by sin square x can be written as cosec square x. We have a standard result for it. So this cosec 1 by sin x is cosec x. So 1 by sin square x will be cosec square x. What about cos x by sin square x? Cos x divided by sin x you can write, and 1 sin x you can take it separately. Cos x by sin x is going to be cot x. 1 by sin x is going to be cosec x. So first thing we are going to get is cosec square x, integration of cosec square x. Second thing we are going to get, of second term, not thing, term, integration of cos x by sin x is cot x. 1 by sin x is going to be cosec x. So let me write cosec x here. Integration of cosec square x is going to be minus cot x. It has a standard result of integration. Cot x cosec x is going to be negative cosec x plus constant integration. This is your final result. So this is how you rationalize it, and it has become so easy as the results are known to us, cosec square x and cosec x cot x. This step is the most important here. So you will be able to do 1 by 1 plus cos x also. Now let us come down to the sin x question. Integration of 1 minus sin x, the same thing will be done. You have to multiply it with the rationalization factor. It will be 1 plus sin x divided by 1 plus sin x, multiplication numerator denominator. 1 plus sin x is in the numerator. 1 minus sin x into 1 plus sin x is a square minus b square. A square minus b square is what? A minus b into a plus b. So a 1 minus sin square is cos square x. I am writing it here. Now separate them out. 1 by cos square x plus sin x by cos square x you will get. So you need the standard result which can be integrated. So this 1 by cos square x is sec square x. Sin x by cos x into cos x can be written as this is tan x and tan x. And 1 by cos x is sec x. So we have the standard result for this integration, and now sec square x can be written as, because we are integrating right now, sec square x is tan x. And this sec x tan x is what? It's sec x. And with the constant of integration, this is the standard result. So how easy it was, but you have to do it stepwise under the umbrella of this integration sign. Please remember, this is the standard result. You have to come to a standard result from the initial question. Here also same thing will do. Tan x by sec x plus tan x. We need to rationalize it because sec square x minus tan square x has a standard result which is 1. So I'll tell you this one. This can be done by sin by cos also. It will give you the original question which we have already completed. But rather than going back to that question, let us do it here. Multiply it with your sec x minus tan x in the numerator and denominator. So sec x minus tan x in the numerator, sec x minus tan x in the denominator. So this plus and minus has to be, that contributes to a square minus b square formula. The numerator will become tan x and sec x minus tan x. This is your numerator. Denominator is sec x plus tan x and sec x minus tan x. So it will be sec square minus tan square. A square minus b square. A square minus b square is sec square minus tan square has a standard result which is 1. So denominator goes. 1 is 1, you write or you don't write, it doesn't matter. So 1 was the denominator, sec square minus tan square. Let us deal with the numerator. So let us multiply this tan x inside. Tan x into sec x is sec x tan x. Tan x into tan x is tan square x. So we don't have any standard results for tan square x. We need to resolve it again. Sec x tan x has a standard result. Sec square minus tan square, as I told you, is equal to 1. So tan square x, you can write it as sec square x minus 1. So tan square x is equal to sec square x minus 1. So let us use it here. Sec x tan x remains like that. Minus, in place of tan square x, we are writing sec square x minus 1. So this is going to be sec x tan x minus sec square x and plus 1. And this can be integrated. We need to have a dx along. Please remember, dx is already there. I'm not writing it. It has to be there. Dx needs to be there. It's mandatory. Sec x tan x has a standard result which is sec x. Sec square has also a standard result which is tan x. Dx is of course x. So we have sec x minus tan x plus c. So this is your final result of this question. So this rationalization is the key which you ought to use wherever it is possible. It makes question very easy. So this question is again very easier for you. Cosec x by cosec x minus cot x. So we have cosec x divided by cosec x minus cot x. So same thing will be done here. Just multiply the numerator and denominator by the rationalization factor. Rationalization factor is exactly equal with a sign change. So we have cosec x minus cot x. So you have to use a cosec x plus cot x in the numerator and denominator. So what do you get? Cosec x multiplied by cosec x plus cot x in the numerator. I'm writing it here, cosec x plus cot x. And denominator it will be a square minus b square. A is cosec x, b is cot x. So cosec square x minus cot square x will give you a square minus b square. A square minus b square is simply 1 in this case. Cosec square x minus cot square is equal to 1. As we dealt with the sec x tan x, if you remember. So only numerator remains. Let us multiply inside. Cosec x into cosec x will be cosec square x. Cosec x into cot x will be cosec x cot x. Let us write it here. Cosec x into cot x. Now let us start the integration. Please remember you have a dx along. Now cosec x square has a standard result which is minus cot x. Cosec x cot x has a standard result which is negative cosec x plus the constant of integration. This is your final result. So this is how easy it has become. Okay, this is how you are going to solve it and write it. Now this question almost we have done. This question, see 1 plus cos 2x is simply 2 cos square x by 2. Since it is 2x, it will only be x here. So 1 plus cos 2x is in the denominator. Let us use this relationship or the expression. 1 plus cos 2x can be written as 2 cos square x. What is 1 by this? 1 by 2 can be taken out. 1 by cos square x is simply sec square x. So you need to integrate this sec square x. What is sec square x? Sec square x dx has the standard result, which is tan x. Half was already there, so it is tan x divided by 2 plus constant of integration. This is your final result. So if you understand that the relationship of trigonometry is playing a key role, all questions are only dependent on the trigonometry here. So please remember or to learn by heart all these trigonometric identities. So this question, 1 by 1 minus cos 2x. So 1 minus cos 2x is a standard result which we already know by our trigonometric thoughtfulness, what we have grabbed from our initial classes. It's 2 sin square x. So 1 minus cos 2x is 2 sin square x. On this one, 2 sin square x again can be written like this. 1 by 2 can be taken out. 1 by sin square x is already there. 1 by sin square x is simply equivalent to cos x square x. So do we have a standard relation for cos x square x? Yes or no? Tell me. See, cos x square is simply minus cot x. 2 is already there in the denominator. You have a c, constant of integration. In this formula is very important. If you learn the formula, remember the formula, everything will be piece of cake for you. Okay, now we have integration of tan inverse sin 2x by 1 plus cos 2x. So the key of this questions or these type of question is you ought to get something tan inside. When you have tan inside, this tan inverse can be cancelled with tan and this standard result will use. Sin 2x is simply 2 sin x cos x, or sin 2 theta is 2 sin theta cos theta. 1 plus cos 2x, now it's very clear to you that 1 plus cos 2x is a standard result which is 2 cos square x. So now these two will give you tan. How? See here. Tan inverse we have, in place of sin 2x I am writing 2 sin x cos x. In place of 1 plus cos 2x I am writing 2 cos square x. Now you see here, 2 gets cancelled, 1 cos gets cancelled, sin x by cos x is tan x only. Sin by cos is tan. So we wanted that only. So this is tan inverse sin by cos, this is tan x. Tan gets cancelled with tan inverse, you have x inside. Integration of x is simply x square by 2. Integration of x raised n is x raised n plus 1 by n plus 1. This is x square by 2 plus the constant of integration, standard answer for you. So the next question which are coming also has sin inverse, cos inverse. The key will remain the same. You will need a sine inside sin inverse. You need a cos inside a cos inverse. So that questions are coming. So this is how you're going to write this question which we have just completed. Okay, this question we are going to take in the next discussion. Till then, thank you so much and take care of yourself.